Good evening. People living in the Cornish town of Padstow say a sudden influx of holidaymakers is making them nervous, but businesses insist visitors are vital to keep the town's economy afloat. Some residents have told ITV News they're too afraid to walk through the town because they don't believe enough people are respecting social distancing. Well, Sam is live in Padstow for us this evening. Sam, it's a difficult balancing act, isn't it, between welcoming those visitors but also making sure that residents are safe?
Yeah, that's absolutely right, KYLIE, and it's a conundrum that I don't think will ever be truly solved while the pandemic is still with us. We've spent the day here in Padstow. It has been, as you would expect, extremely busy, but I think how the crowds affect you rather depends on your life situation. There are plenty of people here who are quite happy to mingle in the streets wearing their masks, enjoying their holidays, but there are plenty of other people who are very happy to stay well clear. It's the height of summer, and Padstow is busy. But this is no ordinary holiday season, and a short walk up the road, the residents of these retirement flats are not in such a sunny mood.
Honestly, it's frightening. It's very, very frightening because nobody seems to realise the rules. I find the town too busy. I honestly think we could have stayed in lockdown for the summer. I know it's businesses and I'll probably get told off for it. Everybody's got to make a living, but I do think venturing into Cornwall, they're making our chances even less.
With restrictions lifted but a limit on foreign breaks, Cornwall is the destination of choice for people all over the UK, even those from the north who are subject to local lockdowns. But some feel visitors are relaxing a bit too much.
If we went to their hometown, they'd expect us to abide by the rules, so therefore when they come here, please do it. Think of the people that actually live here.
Businesses must carry on regardless, keeping the pasties and sausage rolls coming for hungry holidaymakers.
Some people would just shut the same off, wouldn't they? I think there's a level of reality that people have got to face. Fishing, farming, all the old industries. They are dying away. Tourism is a big part. And a lot of Cornish people go on holiday as well. It's a big part of life.
Obviously, we're thrilled that there's people around because as a business, you kind of need that to come back, especially after lockdown and everything. As a kind of local, it's nice to see the town busy, but it's also kind of slightly nerve-wracking. I think you'd find, afraid of second wave and everything. But from a business standpoint, we're very happy to see lots of customers around.
And the visitors certainly seem to be happy here.
Social distancing is difficult. At points near on impossible, but what's the other alternative?
I think lots of places are making good provisions, so I think there's lots of kind of sanitising of hands and checking temperatures and things like that in the restaurants and bars.
On the whole, it's been really fine, really fine.
Obviously wearing masks in every shop and having hand sanitiser as you enter, feel completely safe.
Yeah, and everything's really well signed, so definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm joined now by Malcolm Bell, Chief Executive of Visit Cornwall. Malcolm, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Clearly, all these visitors are great news for Cornwall, but with the virus still out there, was the county ready for such an influx?
I think what maybe people don't realise is we had 6 to 8 weeks to prepare for this. So a lot of work has gone in. We're probably still 20% below capacity. I know it doesn't feel like it because it feels very busy and we're a lot more aware of people now. But we were ready and we're staying on top of it. And obviously it's very confusing with the changing rules, but we'll do our best to get the right communication out.
And you'll be aware of this quote that's been around from a local resident describing the beaches of Cornwall as being like Benidorm on steroids. How would you respond to that?
Well, it doesn't look like Benidorm to me, and I'm not sure about steroids. You've got a father and a daughter over there crabbing off the quay. It's a classic Cornish holiday. I don't recognise that description at all.
The county has suffered a lot with job losses. It's a balancing act, isn't it, in terms of opening up and safeguarding those jobs?
It is. I've just seen the rate. The rate hasn't increased in Cornwall over the last week. It's just been announced, so that's good. We will always put the health right at the top, but we're talking about 53,000 jobs. We've already seen 40% permanent job losses at Eden. National Trust. I know other ones are in the pipeline. So the battle is on to save thousands of jobs who are members of our community. These are people living with us and we want to save their jobs. So we don't want to put their health at risk, but we've got to do the best we can to keep those people in jobs.
OK, Malcolm Bell from Visit Cornwall, thank you very much for joining us. The summer holiday continues here in Padstow. Let's hope everyone can stay safe.